So now we're going to talk about the Wells Fargo, their specific value chain. So as I said, the value that a business creates from their inputs creates a competitive advantage. Value captured is a profit margin. These are critical success factors that help a company determine kind of what their value chain is. And so we're going to go through each list. Let's start with firm infrastructure. Now remember, the top four are the support activities. This is kind of the background, if you will. So this is the service industry, so keep that in mind. So the firm infrastructure is obviously the existing branches, the current assets that the Wells Fargo holds, their headquarters, their accounting, their financial management, their legal management. We're talking about the issue that happened with, they were fined, because they created fake accounts because they have this corporate culture of you should be making, this many sales. So that all falls under firm infrastructure. The HR management is their employees, their recruitment, training, staff planning, employee wellness. The employee turnover rate needs to be addressed by HR management. Product and technology development's a little bit different here, but it's a mobile and digital applications. Where we are in the digital world. Consumers want things that are mobile and easily accessible at all times. Another hot topic right now, especially with maybe the Facebook scandal that just happened, is consumer data information. How they protect their consumers' information, especially with very confidential stuff. Banks have your social security, they have your credit cards, they have all of your bank information, and that's very confidential information, and it needs to be treated as such. That also falls under ethics. What do they do with that data? They need to be disclaiming that to their consumers. Procurement is it falls under, the funding and asset management. They don't really have suppliers. They do, because the consumers and the employees are the suppliers. And they don't really have subcontracting unless they hire maybe some marketing research, or if they hire service home industries, a consulting firm such as that. That's also deals with funding. So if they donate, or if they get funding for certain projects, that would fall under procurement. So this is the background in activities. And the next is now the primary activities, right? So this is the first three I kind of made smaller because they're not as important. They're still important, but they're not as important as sales and marketing and services in the service industry. So inbound logistics would be quality control and supply schedules. I think of quality control ensuring that all consumers are, all of the products that they're receiving are good, and they've looked through everything. That would be quality control. Supply schedules, they need to be informing their consumers on, items coming out. Operation, maintenance, they have to keep up with their firm infrastructure, their buildings, their asset management. If they assume, if a mortgage goes under and they assume a house, they have to manage that. So that might require that they hire a property manager or someone of that nature, and that would fall under asset management. Outbound logistics would be order handling and invoice. That would fall more under if they hire, like I said, those subcontractors, and they office supplies or things of that nature. Sales and marketing, this is more of the important stuff. So they are service industry. Their customer relationship management CRMs need to be top notch. Their sales analysis, they need to know what's going on every minute of every day with a bank of this size. They need to be keeping their consumers extremely aware of what's going on, promotions, and they need to be, explaining what they're offering their consumers. Market research, I think that's pretty important now to know how to best market to consumers that would want to purchase your products or purchase your services, join Wells Fargo. Services, asset and loan management, that deals with, if people come in and want to have, take out a mortgage, car loan, student loans, that would all fall under services. Customer service, just your average coming into the bank kind of day. Also your big clients that you might need to have an entire, one person work for an entire account because it's that large, maybe a team. Rewards and loyalty programs, cashback deals. If you happen to be really good with your money and they offer you a better interest rate, that all falls under services, and just keeping up with that. The next is account upgrades, right? So if someone's a good consumer, they might get some benefits.